Alright, so before I start this video, I just want to let y'all know that the Q&A video is still up. I'll just leave you a link down in the description. Something that you could just... It's the video to pretty much place your questions into. Of course, relating to the channel or maybe even my personal life just a little bit. So yeah, I'll put the little card in the corner right now and also a link in the description just so you'll be able to go watch it and just also take a look at my brand new car because yeah, I actually do own a real life car that I drive. And with that out of the way, enjoy the rest of this video. Hey, it's Dusty2582 coming back at you with another video. And today we got a double Red Bull feature, I guess if you want to call it that. And I'm not talking about the Indy cars, the open wheel cars you see in the background. I have done reviews of those before. But this is now going towards stock car racing. And of course, the two that I was very excited to actually pre-order, and it finally came as I dropped one. It's these two. It is the Trackhouse Racing number 88 of Connor Zilisch and the 97 of SVG Shane Van Gisbergen. Now, yep, these have been one that I've been looking forward to for a while. I love the Red Bull cars, and it's cool to just have a new one every now and then, as this one's literally about to come out of its box. Every time they release a new Red Bull car, I maybe think about pre-ordering it. These, because I like the primary, like the Red Bull paint scheme is honestly one of the best in NASCAR. And I like the ones from last year, but this one just looks so much more sleeker and so much cleaner and such. So, yeah, I'm very excited to open up these two because, of course, they are similar, but they are a bit different as well. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I don't know which one well, I guess before we start, I'm gonna have these two things on display on the back, which are actually the exclusive Red Bull cans, the Red Bull NASCAR cans that actually are Circle K exclusives. So if you go to a local Circle K, they may or may not have it. It just depends on your location, really. But here in Southern California, I think we already have them already in most of them. And I got pretty excited to see these. So I ended up buying the two different sizes they have, which of course are a bit different. The large one has the 97 car on the front, and the smaller one has the 88 car in front. So I don't know if that was intentional or whatever, but never mind. So let's take a look at the, I guess, numerical order. Let's take a look at Connor Zilisch's car first. And here is the Connor Zilisch car out of its box, and my goodness, it's so cool. I love these diecast body and chassis diecasts, if I haven't said so already. It's just these are very nice NASCAR diecasts that we have nowadays. It's great. And I don't really hear too many people talk about it, surprisingly, but I'm going to continue praising Lionel for their continued improvements and just amazing details for these cars. Of course, it's not all perfect, there's always going to be some flaws and such, but they are definitely improving a lot, and I'm really happy with the diecast nowadays. But with that out of the way, here is Red Bull car number 1, or number 88, Connor Zilisch. Of course, this is his 2026 rookie car. Which, long story short, is not a good one. It's not a fun one. It's not a fun rookie year for Connor Zilisch. It's like a huge, I don't even know what you call it, a culture shock, I guess, because he came so close to winning the Xfinity Series Championship, or the O'Reilly Championship last year, which he should have won, thanks playoffs. And now he's in the Cup Series, and man, it's been rough for him. But like I said, he's only 19. He's only a year older than me, which is insane. But he's gonna have time. He comes together like at Sonoma. He was running really well. He was running up in third, I think, and I think he finished still in the top 10, which is not bad at all. It's really good, actually. But yeah, he's just been having a rough couple weeks, bad luck, and just the stupid antics from other drivers just preventing him from actually wanting to run up front. But anyways, they improved the paint scheme. Well, I don't know if improve is the right word. I do like how sleek and simple it looks. But they did improve the coloring on the diecast, and I have the other one from last year. This is Connor Zilisch's, I guess if you want to call it, his actual rookie car, because he made his actual Cup Series debut in the 87 car. We're going to get into that in a little bit. I have both of the Red Bull cars from last year and this year's, of course. Yeah, you can already kind of tell the difference. But yeah, nice heavy model. It just looks beautiful. Dark blue. It's like a dark blue that looks black, and I actually really love that for the Red Bull cars. It reminds me of the F1 cars, which, you know, from a certain angle it just looks like straight up a black car, but it's actually a really, really, really dark blue. But when it's up to the light, you can definitely see it's a lot more bluer than it is. But yeah, so I guess of course main sponsor is Red Bull and WeatherTech.com. It's on the new Chevrolet front end, the 2026 Z01 front end. You can kind of tell the difference there with the nose. We got Goodyear on there, NASCAR Cup Series, number 88 with the Trackhouse font and the little stripe there and down the side, and the chrome outline, which looks amazing. This one has the blue, I don't even know what you call this, like little gradient stripes on the side, which do look nice, I'll be honest. Got the Red Bull circle and of course the logo on the side, which is pretty much adorns all the cars. We got the number 88 on top, gives you wings on top. We got the Chevrolet rear windshield banner on the front. We have Zilisch's name with the Chevrolet bow tie. Yeah, nothing on the quarter panel, which I will discuss in a little bit, or maybe I guess right now. So, of course, for the Red Bull cars, they keep this empty. Well, for the diecast, they kept it empty because every week, whenever they run this car, they have a sponsor for, you know, the convenience store they're closest to, or a grocery store maybe. So, you know, Circle K, I mentioned it. They did run a Circle K car, which, fun fact, those two cans, I said that they were Circle K exclusive. They even made diecasts that go along with it. Now, of course, I'll just say right now, you can't buy these diecasts at the store. These and those I'm going to be talking about right now. There's actually a version of the 88 and the 97 that actually has the Circle K sponsorship on the quarter panel here. And I know, and this thing is really loud, so I'll turn this off. There's actually Circle K logos on here, and I believe the rear as well. Right here it just says Red Bull, and I think maybe the deck lid, or I'm not sure. But yeah, those things are super, super rare. I think they'll only give them to specific people who are sponsored by Red Bull. I would imagine the drivers get them. Maybe the team gets it. Dale Jr. got one, I think, and maybe some other influencers. But yeah, it came with those two cans, a box that kind of looks like a racetrack, and these two cars, the 97 and the 88 car, with the Circle K logos. So, and it is actually a Lionel car, but like I said, those things are super rare. But someone already uploaded one on eBay, and it's sold for like $700 or something, which is crazy. So yeah, that thing is definitely going to be very custom made with just a little logo on there. But yeah, they rotate the logo, so it'll be Circle K or Casey's, I think was another one. Van Gisbergen won the 2026 Sonoma 350, or the Save Mart 350 with the Save Mart logo on the corner, which is going to get made in the diecast. But yeah, that was my little talking session there. So let's continue with the car, I guess. We got Red Bull on the back. It gives you wings with the Red Bull logos on the spoiler, which looks nice. Of course, on the Chevrolet rear end, gives you wings. Now, I think this is supposed to be on the spoiler, or maybe that's how it is, but it looks a little odd. It looks a little out of place there. And the other sponsors, Jockey and Choice Privileges. And I didn't even cover the left side, but they look almost the same. And also Red Bull branded Trackhouse Fuel Buckeye there. And Connor Zilich's name on the roof rail. Siemens. And of course this is on the metal base, painted, and you can tell 2026 Chevrolet on the EL mold with the very nice detailed rubber tires on there. But yeah, I already mentioned a lot about Zilisch. He's having a pretty rough rookie year, and you know, besides Denny Hamlin, I do like Zilisch. I think that's going to be the next driver I'm going to have to follow once Denny retires in the near future. One day. I'm not saying right now, but I think one of these days, in a few years, he will retire. Hopefully with a championship finally, but yeah. So yeah, I think next is going to be Zilisch. He's very cool. You know, he's doing very well. Of course, he did very well in the O'Reilly series, and he's down in the Cup having a rough rookie year, but you know, maybe he'll improve. Hopefully, yeah, I mean, he should. He's got a lot of time. Now, of course, that was Red Bull car number 1. Let's take a look at Red Bull car number 2, or I guess the 97 of the road racer himself, the road course ringer, Shane Van Gisbergen. Now, it's going to look almost the same, so I'm not going to go too in the deep on this one, besides maybe some sponsor changes, because I did notice. But let me cut the camera to take a look at this car. Alright, and here is the SBG car out of its box, and I will say, I kind of forgot to mention this, but, I pre-ordered this on the Lionel website, these two, but for some reason, they only sent me the Zilisch and the Michael McDowell Tide Ride car together, and the SBG was separate for whatever reason. I don't understand, because a lot of people got them together, the SBG and the Zilisch car, but for some reason I didn't. So I had to wait like maybe another week until I can actually make a video of it. Um, you but whatever. Like I said, I'm not in a huge hurry. There's still a bunch of cars I ordered from a different. This thing's wanting to roll. A bunch of different diecast dealers that I did not pre-order for whatever reason, but I will, even though people have done reviews on it. It's gonna be the first look for me anyway. So yeah, this thing really loves to roll. I'm gonna keep it on here. But yeah, this is gonna be the exact same livery for Shane Van Gisbergen. It's just number change, number 97, and of course it had blue. The Zilisch had blue accents. This one has red. I honestly prefer the blue. That's just a personal preference. I like the blue. It kind of goes well with the Red Bull thing. Not to say that this one looks bad. It still looks nice, but I like the little blue streaks. I'll be honest. And that's totally no bias there. I might sound sarcastic there, but I'm not joking. But yeah, you got Red Bull on the front, Brother Tech. It's going to look almost the same. Number 97. Van Gisbergen with the Chevrolet bow tie and the Chevrolet logo on the rear window. Got Sunoco on there. Goodyear, the NASCAR Cup Series logo. Number 97 with the red chrome outline. The Red Bull logo. No sponsorship on the quarter panel, interesting enough. And like I said, empty space to rotate it. They for sure will make that a Sonoma race one with the SaveMart logo, which they did last year. I did not pick that one up, but because it looked almost similar to the one I had, but they did upgrade the color a little bit, which whatever. We got Red Bull on the back, gives you wings, and of course gives you wings on top. And yeah, here's the right side. No sponsors on the quarter panel. I would have thought there'd be a Wendy's logo or something, because Van Gisbergen is the most successful Trackhouse driver so far. Ross Chastain is kind of Zilisch just having really bad luck. Van Gisbergen has been coming along, especially on the ovals and of course the road course. He's gonna win all of them. But on the ovals, he's been improving. And, he's gonna be scary fast once he actually starts to do well on the ovals. He's gonna buy him very well, especially with this new points format again. But yeah, let's put these two together on here. The Van Gisbergen really likes to roll, but yeah, look at that. That looks awesome. Just got a pair of Red Bulls, and yeah, the thing just died on me. That's just great. Throw that in the garbage. It's, as you notice, I really don't like that turntable at all. It's bad. I hate it. But anyways, yeah, and I like that I matched it with the can. So of course that one has the 88, that one has the 97. It has both cars, but they focus more on the 88 on the smaller can, and vice versa, 97 on the large can. But yeah, this looks awesome. Because I was gonna mention the two previous ones from last year, here are the 2025 version of the cars, and both of these are both Zilisch and Van Gisbergen. But of course, Zilisch went to the 88 as opposed to the 87 last year, and Van Gisbergen drove the 88. Now he's in the 97, which is more of his iconic number, and from V8 Supercars, which is how he got the Red Bull sponsorship, because he kind of did transfer from the V8 Supercars to here. And I remember seeing, even before they announced all this Red Bull sponsorship and such, I was like, I feel like they're gonna run a Red Bull car one of these days, and I really hope so. And they did, and they're back full time, and they're actually doing a lot better than they did the last time they were here. But yeah, in total we got 4 Red Bull diecasts, and I will be picking up one for every year. If the one from this year or for next year looks the same, I'll probably not pick it up. However, I did pick up the two, the SBG and the Zilisch San Diego Naval Base Coronado paint schemes. So of course the Zilisch was still blue, but it had like little rivets and such to make it look like an aircraft. And the Van Gisbergen was silver. And it had the rivets as well, which I thought was really cool, because you haven't seen a Red Bull silver car in over 10, 15 years. So yeah, it's awesome that they're kind of doing that. And it's cool because it actually has the actual sponsor on the corner, even though they both didn't win. I did pre-order the 164s for each. And it's cool because I have the little Extra Mile logo, which is another convenience store. But if you're not from SoCal, you probably don't know what that is. But yeah. And because Extra Mile and Red Bull was one of the sponsors, they sponsored one of the turns at the street course, which I should have gone, honestly. It was only like, what, an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour drive from here, but no, like probably 2 hours with traffic. But whatever, maybe I'll go next year, who knows. But yeah, that has been pretty cool. A pair of Red Bull machines, diecasts for Connor Zilisch and Shane Van Gisbergen from the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe. We're trying to reach those 1,000 subscribers. We're getting very, very close, y'all. We have not reached it. We only need like 2 more. If we get only 2 more, we'll reach that. And of course, go watch that video I did with my showcasing my first car, my actual real car. And post down your Q&A question in that video specifically. If you want to post it here, I guess that's fine. But if it's like a bunch of them here, then I don't know. And I guess I'll see you next time. Peace.